Good morning, Miss Freeland, Mr. Trudeau, and Mr. Biden, and Mr. Trump. Today is Sunday, and why did I pick today to talk to you people about the Earth? It's probably because I'm probably one of the last few people that actually give a shit about the entire Earth and about what's going on in the Earth. Now, I remember when I was a kid, we had the United Nations. I hear in Ethiopia that the government is trying to ethnically cleanse people, and I don't like the idea of people raping people and thinking they're just going to go over and murder a bunch of people, and that it's, we're allowed. And what happened to the United Nations? Why is the United Nations not there right now? Fixing that? Yeah, if if it works and it's not broken, then why would you have fixed that? The United Nations was fine. The way the United Nations was fine. Okay, Miss Freeland, like I told you last night, you need to listen up here, man. This is like way, way higher than anybody else. The eyes of Orisis, the Alpha and the Omega is me. Now, I suggest that you people don't follow people that turn on their own people. Adam Joseph Chinnery from Nova Scotia, he hides 3 blocks behind my alley, yells all night. They yell at me all night and blaspheme me all night through speakers. I suggest you don't follow people like that turn on their own people and hate their own people. I suggest that you follow God, you follow the scriptures. I have a King James Bible that says not only am I the crown of Canada, and that I was the crown of Canada from the time I was 23 years old. You know that as well. It came into being Uncle Ian Allen McIntosh, and on top is Uncle Ian Wierbisky Watson. That's right. Now I come from the lineage of Arthur, and I'm not going to take any more shit from my government. What gives you the right to think you can fucking let people pump nerve gas through my sewer system, and while you worshiping dead people and stuff like that? You say, well, hi, Paul Kenny. Well, this morning I got up to hearing Airborne going in my head like fucking at Mach 10. Really? A Sunday morning, I got up, and the first thing that happened was I could hear Airborne going off, the rock band Airborne, going off in my head at like fucking Mach 9. I was like, oh my goodness. So, Miss Freeland, it's not your government. The first step to freeing you is the first step to me freeing me. In order to free me, you have to trust me. You can't be worshiping dead people. You need to stop worshiping dead people. Okay, Kenneth Lee Oakley has a death certificate. Information's information. If the information's out there, then of course I'm going to use the information. If he gives me smart information, sure, I'm going to use the smart information. Smart people are smart people. That just goes without any saying. But to go and sit there and try to put somebody else in like it's their government when it's not their government is really, what's wrong with you, Miss Freeland? You really, how come you have Jin clones working in the government and you're not working in there? What are you doing? Where are you? Oh, I think I know where you are. All right, so anyway, this is what I want to do. This is what I want to talk to you about. In Canada, we have 2 major exports. We have hemp and we have canola. Now, why are we not growing hemp? And we also have alcohol. We also know how to make real good booze in Canada. Why are we not distilling booze in Canada? Why are we not making good, clear alcohol like I drink the rum? Why are we not distilling good rum? Why don't we have any of that going? Now, I took a look at all the cams. My best friend grew up from Nanaimo. My best friend, King Knutson, grew up in Alberta, King Ballyhoops, and his parents both died of cancer. So I looked into all the records. I looked into everything that I could see. And I found out that it was because of chemicals. I found out it's because of basically the nerve agent sarin. So why are you using chemical fertilizers? So you know that the probability, you know that in one night in Manitoba, I can turn enough fertilizer to kill 3/4 of the Canadian inhabitants in Canada. Are you aware of that? Are you aware that I can pump sarin gas into your house? That I can follow you people around and start pumping nerve gas in your house? Okay, rule number 1. This house right here is the government. Down there, it's not the government. But guess what, Christia? Sorry, read your Bible. Oh, really? The royal family, when King Edward married his cousin, he broke the Buchanan succession, the line of succession. And the Watson family fought and won for the bloodline of God. I have the bloodline, the Holy Trinity. I have the Holy Trinity. And I'm the only person on earth that has this genetic anomaly. And I'm the only person, the only pony on earth that has good sperm. Now, it's not called seed, it's called sperm. Spermatozoon. Came into being. I'm the only one. I have James Richard Werbisky on the right arm, James Rennie Belinsky on the left arm, and Rhoda. My middle strand is Rhoda. Rhoda and Rod. Now, I suggest it's my government, and I have the freedom. The daughter is Harmony. I have the freedom to the daughter media of communication. So why am I not allowed to talk to 20 people at Global? I'm not saying I want to talk to those people, but why am I have no rights? Why are you murdering people in Canada illegally? Why are you using Legionnaire's disease and pumping it through the sewer systems, killing innocent people? Why are you doing that? Did I tell you could make a bunch of clones of government employees? Did I give you any permission to do that? No. So why are you people doing that? Laughter's not madness. Addition is madness. When I was a kid, I used to get stoned and I'd pull my hat right over my eyes and I'd walk around and all leery and, oh, it was all weird, man, and stuff. I wasn't weird. That's why I'm smarter than anybody else on earth. Now, if I had the intellect, okay, now you know I have FAS too, Christia. If I had the intellect to do that when I was 13 and 14 years old, then I'm a hell of a lot smarter than you are. Yeah, Grandpa Donald and Mr. Biden. So farming is really important. Okay, the Anunnaki are coveting. They came here from Nibiru. Now, why did they come here? Because their planet, their atmosphere is dwindling. Now, why is their atmosphere dwindling? Because they were using nuclear weapons blowing up volcanoes. What? Yeah, that's not a recommended practice. Right? That's not really a good idea to do that. That kills the atmosphere. Now, how do we fix the ionosphere? My ionosphere. My name is Zion. Jacob Zion Werbisky. And it's my government, King James Zion Werbisky. James Ian Werbisky. James Ian, I come from the lineage of Zeus. I am the Alpha, and I am the Omega. Christian, besides me, there is nobody else. Now, I suggest that you weigh people's stomachs. You weigh their stomachs. And if you created people, you have 3 clones, Christia, well, then I suggest that the clones don't want to die. You make clones of you. They'll kill you before you'll kill them. You understand that? See, as soon as you create a clone of yourself, anybody creates a clone of yourself, automatically your life gets put in jeopardy. Because they know this. They know about the genocide. They know what happened in the Second World War. So I know this as well. Now, what I would suggest we need to do is we need to put more oxygen in the atmosphere. How are we going to do that? We need to sustainably manage our forests. We need to protect our forests. Twin Lakes, they went up into Nanaimo and they raped the complete island, just shredded the timber off of that. Oh, well, the ranger cams will show. We went and mapped every last area that the astrologers went and demolished. Well, yeah, they need work too, so why aren't they growing hemp? They can make lots of money growing hemp, growing tobacco. Tobacco's a natural pesticide. The Indians knew that. So why aren't we doing what worked? That worked. Well, why did we change? Why did we all of a sudden decide we needed to use chemicals? When you climb up a stepladder, Mr. Biden, do you climb up 5 rungs at a time? No, you don't. You go 1 step at a time. Now, we're not going 1 step at a time. My Canadian government is continually manufacturing sarin nerve gas specifically to abuse me. I have a big fucking problem with that. A huge, huge problem with that. People doing that. Nobody has the right to pump any chemicals through anybody's sewer system. You are what you eat. Well, how would you like that if somebody stuck a tube up your ass and decided to pump chemicals up your ass? What's different about the sewer system? You are what you eat. If you eat good, your sewer system's healthy. What you put down your sewer system is a good indication of how healthy you are and what you're using. So why are we using all these toxic chemicals? Making all these fucked up, stupid chemicals that are destroying our earth when we have all the solutions? And then you've got people like Ed Ischenko and Ewan Ischenko claiming to be the homosexual godhead of Canada. They're not the godhead of Canada. That is very freaking clear. Now, I have a Bible, Acts 17:23. December, I got out of jail in Brandon Correctional Center. I got out when I was 23. The government was mine. And my grandma wrote me letters, which I lost on the Greyhound bus. They lost my luggage. They didn't lose it. They stole it. They stole those letters. Those letters are the Word of God. Yeah. No, I know. Now, I'm tired of people sitting there, well, you know, Rome wasn't built overnight. But yeah, you people are worshiping aliens. You're letting aliens run our government. They're not from here. I am the crocodile god. I am the ultimate supreme being. I outrank every fucking person on earth. Okay? You need to get that real quickly through your mind on those flash lawyer lessons that I've been sending, Mr. Trump. I trust you. I trust these people. But using a harp to cook the earth, burning down the forests, that's not fucking acceptable. That is wrong. Burning down forests so people can get work, that's not very intelligent. See, dumb people, eventually dumb people are just going to perish because they're dumb. So why are you cloning them? It's going to take that much longer to get rid of the stupid people. Stop cloning stupid people. That's what I would suggest. Now, if I'm not happy, then nobody else is going to be happy. And I'm going to be bitching like this. And nobody has the right to say, well, it's the hate preacher, fucking cut him off again. No, you cannot do that. I have the freedom of the media and the press. This is Harmony Yushchenko's media and the press. And this is Harmony. Harmony. It's our government. Oh, really? So the giant mine. Where's my money for that, Miss Freeland? The giant mine. Where's my money for that? Canadian Broadcasting Corporation. Where's my kickbacks? My shares in that. What? Oh, the Ian Charter of Rights and Freedoms. No. See, I can hold you all guilty and I can execute all of you by the law. And the first and foremost, I would execute Adam Joseph Chinnery for his behaviors. But he is right on what he said. He said they like the Prophet Muhammad. We sent out messengers. We told you people, look, what are you doing? Why are you people doing this? It is not the Oakley's government. Seth is not prime. Seth is the least. All right? Adam comes before Cain. Now, Adam sinned, okay? God said to Adam, I said to them, why did you eat from that tree when I told you not to? And Adam and Eve went, Jesus, the snake, fucking Edgar came in and said, fuck, just help yourself. You'll know everything if you do this. And I specifically told you not to do that. Why did you do that? Cursed is the ground for your sake. So I said that to them, and I kicked them out of paradise. Then Adam and Eve had 3 children. They had 2. Me and Abel. Cain and Abel. Now, we went, and he said, here you go. You guys bring me a sacrifice. I brought a whole bunch of ham, fresh vegetables, all kinds of beautiful grown garden goods. Abel murdered a sheep, a baby sheep, a 6-month-old sheep. And our father, who was supposedly Adam, accepted this. And I said, that's not cool. So I killed Abel. Back in the day, I slayed Abel. And I said, you get out of here. You're going to be cursed and you're going to farm all the days of your life. And I says, well, so if I'm thou shalt not kill, the 10 commandments. Now later on, Moses brought these down and said, dude, this is, oh, Moses came from my lineage. Oh, not the Oakleys. See, the McElharn family, Beth McElharn's children, are Kenny Oakley's seed, or Wilfred's seed, and they're ancestral. And they don't own the government. They have fuck all to do with the government. Do you understand? Now, I don't want to belong in the government. I want to belong on the land. I want to sleep with gator girls, the real, my kind of people. I don't want aliens on my earth. They're coveting. The first commandment is, "Thou shalt have no gods before me." Touche, Shaylin Hansen. Okay, "Thou shalt have no gods before me." King James. Now, the 10th commandment is, "Thou shalt not covet." So why are you letting them covet the House of Commons? Why are you letting that? So why wouldn't you? That's not the House of Commons. You're right. This house is the House of Commons. Now, R.V. Zundel gives me the right, even if it appears violent, as long as I'm telling the truth, to speak this way. So in Canada, sitting there going, well, it's HIV and I got to make some more gas and no, Christia. Or I'll undermine the government, and what you're doing to me, we're going to start doing back to you guys. What comes around goes around. For every action, Christia, there is an opposite and equal reaction. So what you do comes right back to you. See? Now, if you do good, then good comes back. And I'm doing good. And good come back to me already today. I planned this out from last night. Already scooped some gas already this morning. Oh, I'm faster than you people. So, on the May long weekend when you guys lie to me, do you know what's going to happen? When you haven't fixed my penis? You already know about that. I am very fucking pissed off about my penis. Okay? You cannot stuff 8 inches of somebody's penis into their colon and give them fucking constipation for fucking 45 years. That is not fucking acceptable. Okay? That is just fucking cruel. So on the long weekend, May long weekend, what do you think is going to happen, everybody? No more people. No, you can't do that. It's HIV and you know how they know. No. Shh. Christia. The Harper years are done. Staff Sergeant Steve Sharp should be in the Baldwin residence getting needles in his ass for his behaviors. However, he did the right thing this time. He did the right thing. And I didn't collect no COVID funding. I don't know anything about COVID funding. I don't know. I've done my taxes. I'm paying my taxes. The government owes me a lot of money. The Italians owe me money. Edishchenko stole from the Median cartel. He stole all my money. They paid for my upbringing. I'm not very happy. I don't like crystal meth. I like cocaine. Do not take the name of your Lord God in vain. Alexander Ovechkin. Etchkin is a Pharisee. He scribes the laws. Okay, he's scribing this. So this they have to obey. I saw Michelle Oakley, the vet. Why is blue-eyed Michelle coveting brown-eyed Michelle's property? Still, two shall not covet. Oh, I got you right there, Christia. See? That's not Orion. That's not Orion's fault for that. That's your people's fault. See, you can't even obey the royal laws. How do you expect for me to move forward? How do you expect the earth to survive if you won't listen to me? You need to start listening to me. I know my beard has a big heart in it. It's pretty cool. You know, Arthur's my father. I'm his son, King James. Smarten up, man. I'm serious, man. People hacking my telephone? Really? I shouldn't have to put up with stuff like that. People yelling at me, building huge fucking houses. How does somebody get the money to build in a very back alley a 2.5-story high-rise where people sit there with tenor horns yelling at me all night? How the fuck does somebody get money to do that? Yeah, it's annoying. Going to bed every night having to put earplugs in because I can hear people yelling all night. That's fucking annoying. No, you're going to get the police in. You know exactly what house, and you're going to clean that house out, and you're going to shut that house down due to organized crime, and you're going to seize the house this week. That's the answer. And what's down here? What's underneath the house? How are you putting the chemicals in here? You're going to stop that too, and you're going to talk to Harjit Sage and Singh. Or I'm going to use the letter of the law and the lawyers to bury my government and remake my government. And I don't want to have to be rude. I'm being polite. My uncle is being polite. We're being polite. And we're not asking. We're telling you. You can't just pump fucking chemicals mixed with fucking sulfur. I've smelled propane, I've smelled sulfur, I've smelled bleach. I've picked out fucking yellow, green, fucking orange, platinum nuggets out of my nose. Really, and you wonder why I use crystal meth. I'd rather use the odd bit of cocaine. See, when you go high in the mountains and you can't breathe, or you have Legionnaire's disease and you're like, cocaine, man, cocaine clears the lungs out. That's what clears that out. Not crystal meth. Crystal meth is dirty. It's made from chemicals, cocaine. So why were you people putting buff in the cocaine and putting psychiatric medication, mixing psychiatric medication in with the cocaine? That's not cool. Well, would you like that if I gave you cocaine like that? No. Well, then why was everybody else doing that? You know, we have a reputation to protect. Anyway, Christy, I'm going to let you guys go, but I want to start with hemp. I want to grow hemp. I want to restructure the government and the fisheries. We need to start growing fish in the East Coast. We need to grow fish on land and let them go and run free. You can't kidnap the fish off the shores and stuff. You need to let them go and run naturally in the water, the fish. You can't kidnap that. You guys are sitting there trying to kidnap people and kidnap the animals, and you're making alien animals, and you stop doing that, or I'll get rid of everybody. I have the power to. Bible says I'm God. Says I have the power to do this. I wouldn't argue. All right, I love you very much. I like you too, Mr. Biden. Let's concentrate on the Farmers Act and repatriate our country by growing hemp and free the people that are innocent. Bringing General Jonathan Vance up to court, unless you really think you have something against Jonathan Vance, I wouldn't pick on the top military official. Unless you guys want to get buried by the top military official. The Canadian Armed Forces. Remember those planes, Christia? Oh, I'll send you some pictures, all right. That's me in those airplanes. I am in the military. My country's lying to me. Don't lie to me. I was in Herzegovina, in Bosnia. I was in Afghanistan. I'm missing part of my leg. Stop lying to me. You understand? All right. You guys have a good day. Thank you, Miss Freeland. Thank you, Grandpa Donald and Mr. Biden. And Mr. Trudeau, can we stop pumping nerve gas into the House of Commons? Or I'm going to pump nerve gas into your house and do the same thing you're doing to me. We need to stop those HAARPs. They emit powerful microwave radiation. No, I don't want to die when I'm 80. So stop those HAARPs. Or you're all going to die when you're 80.